What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode. I'm your host, T.
I'm Tasha.
And welcome to the adventures of
TNT.
TNT. Now, we are back continuing doing our Tom Macdonald reactions. We are going down this Tom Macdonald rabbit hole. And we're going back into his new stuff. Because, guys, if you've been following us for a while, we started all the way at the beginning with Dear Rappers. And we're working our way up. So you can check the playlist for our reactions to his older material. But in between those, we like to do
the new stuff.
Yeah, we do the new stuff.
Yes.
So this is a song that he just recently released, which is called America. Now, you know, Tom always has something to say, so we already know that.
Brace yourselves now.
Yeah, exactly. So he's in army fatigue, so sounds like he might be going in. So let's go ahead and check it out.
Looks like it. You haven't even heard it yet.
No,
you already know.
That's what I'm saying. I already know. Right. Let's go ahead and check it out.
Lately, USA is getting scarier. Half of the Americans I see all hate America. They hate the cops doing their best to take care of us and kneel for the flag and salt the soldiers that we're burying. I'm tired of the pissing and complaining. Why you living in America if all you do is hate it? You think it's brave to take a stand against the nation? Real bravery is dying for the right so you can say it. Dear America, what happened to Americans? Apparently no one's aware or cares that it's embarrassing. It's arrogance. Our greatest enemy was always slavery and terrorists, and now it's people in the country trying to burn the heritage.
All right. You want to talk? You want to say something?
I mean,
This is something we talk about.
I mean, it's really interesting because, especially from my point of view, like, I think a lot of people don't realize that a lot of kids are being taught this, to not have, nationalism. And there's nothing wrong with nationalism. It's so funny how other countries, they can take pride in their country or whatever. And I think we should as well. But there is, in some communities, where you're being taught against that.
Yes.
And
okay, go ahead.
Because I don't want to go too far into it. But as my mom, she did a great job, but it got to a point where I couldn't go see my father anymore. Because he was teaching or trying to teach me something completely opposite.
Right.
And as a child.
Right.
So these behaviors are taught.
Right.
And then and thinking about it as an adult is really scary. And you think, oh, well, since this happened, I hate this person and the police aren't for me and this country isn't for me, when your ancestors helped build this country. Right. And it is a really scary thought because a lot of people never come to that conclusion, like, hey, this behavior that I have was taught. Why?
Right.
Is that?
But that's something that we see so many times, especially in the black community, with black people say that this country isn't for them.
Yeah.
When they don't realize you are just as much part of this country as any other person here. Your ancestors helped build this country. They died for this country, and now you say, they fought for this country.
That's right.
And then you say, "Oh, this isn't for me."
But
or
and
the thing of it is, part of America is finding your place within this country, and if you don't feel like it is for you, then you look and find your way to make it for you.
So here's the thing, simply having this conversation, because a lot of people are talking about the Great Return. What the Great Return is going back to Africa. And we had this discussion. I don't know, you don't want to have this discussion?
No, we can have it. We can have it.
I was like,
y'all said y'all want us to talk about this
I was
stuff,
like, how am I going back to Africa and I never been there? This is my country. And so I it's a weird conversation to have because I know we can get a lot of backlash from this, but just watching videos of people saying they're doing their great return or whatever, and you're abandoning what your ancestors fought for, what they died for, to go to a place that actually sold you. Like, nobody wants to have those conversations.
Right.
There are people there
that are trying to get over here.
Everybody
in the world is trying to get over here. And the thing of it is that if people would actually see what's going on in the world, if America is so bad, why are people trying to get over here?
I mean,
if you you think you have limited rights, go over to Afghanistan right now as a woman. Go over to Saudi Arabia.
It's all about perspective.
It's definitely all about perspective.
Yeah.
We're not going to go here and name all these other countries that people could go to. I mean, there are some countries that are doing better than America, but Americans, they have it pretty good. And somebody I was talking to when I was having a dialogue, he was like, even the homeless people and the poor people here, America has some of the richest poor people in the world.
I know. You know what?
Y'all need to watch some of these videos online and see what's going on with these people who are really poor in these third world countries and see what's going on.
But there is a sense of ungratefulness there.
Yeah.
There's also a sense of entitlement that I'm not going to get too far into. But people need to start doing research. People need to start learning
see what's going on in the world. Travel.
And you can't really just look at the news and say, and make up your mind.
Right. Yeah, even with Tom Macdonald with these songs, you know what I'm saying? It should turn on a light bulb in your head to even question him. It's perfectly fine if you don't agree with what he's saying, but at least say, why does he think this way?
Well,
and then go and look into why he might say that or why he might think that way. Because that opens up those cans for dialogue, for people to say, why did this group of people think this way? Or why have I been taught this? And then going in and doing your own research to find out what's really going on. But anyway, guys, let's go ahead and get back into this song because we're 34 seconds in. And
well, this is the Tom Macdonald podcast. I'm just kidding. Y'all wanted a podcast. There you go.
All right, let's go.
I can't help it, I just seem to see the world different. It ain't Republicans or liberals, it's mental illness. The internet is only interested in left opinions. Cancel culture's got more power lately than the First Amendment. If you don't like it, leave. We will not defund police. We don't want no riots in our neighborhoods or in the streets. We respect freedom of speech. We protect what we believe. We don't want no...
I'm sorry.
No.
So I was on the Nextdoor app. And maybe we could just, after we'll listen to this again. But I was on the Nextdoor app. And there were neighbors arguing in the comment section because, we have a mayor race.
Yeah.
Mayoral. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah.
Race coming up soon. And Cassine Reed is running for office again. If you're Atlanta, you already know. Yikes.
Yikes. You gonna bring that crime rate down, baby.
He is the crime. Oh. Anyway. There were neighbors who were like, you got to do your research on the candidates because there are some of the mayors who were defending to defund the police.
Okay.
And one of the neighbors was like, what do you think is going to happen when you defund the police? And we already agree that crime is out of hand.
Crime is out of control. We've been living in Atlanta for a while. A long time. She was born and raised here.
Okay.
I've been living here over 20 years. Mm-hmm. And the crime has been out of control. Crime is out of control in America in general.
Yeah, but this is becoming Gotham.
Yeah, but heinous crimes that are going on, like they're finding people burning in trunks and all kinds of stuff. This is outrageous.
Yeah.
So my thing is, how can y'all have this conversation about defunding the police when bodies are turning up places?
Left and right, like every weekend.
Because if you defund the police, who's going to save you from the criminals?
That who gonna protect you?
Who gonna protect you? Who you gonna call?
And Ghostbusters.
Right, yeah.
Who you
People
gonna call?
Ghostbusters is somebody breaking their house. Anyway, let's get back into this song.
Buddy dead, so please do not tread on me. In America, your freedom ain't free. In America, got soldiers dying overseas. So America, you can say what we believe. My America, I won't ever take a knee. Our freedom is the reason you can disrespect our flag. If my stars and stripes offend you, then I'll help you pack your bags. America. Does anybody know what the hell happened to the Patriots? Lately this nation is so ashamed and hating itself. Did everyone forget that people died to pay for this? Ungratefulness, United States gave everything to you just to help. I just want to celebrate Thanksgiving with my family. I don't need your help to understand it was a tragedy. Can I just be thankful for my country eating happily without you trying to guilt me for the genocide and casualties? I can't help it, I just seem to see the world different. It ain't black or white, it's conflict designed by the system. I don't need your pronouns, all I see is men and women. Kids are taking pills for fun while people can't afford prescriptions. If you don't like it, go. Hate it, then don't call it home. We don't need no violence, got no time for all you radicals. Screw your status quo, we're not animals. I won't kneel for the anthem, cause the flag is what I'm standing for. In America, your freedom ain't free. In America, got soldiers dying overseas. So America, you can say what we believe. My America, I won't ever take a knee. Our freedom is the reason you can disrespect our flag. If my stars and stripes offend you, then I'll help you pack your bags. America. You can hate the government and still love the country. The fundamental values of America are concrete. Republicans and liberals are dumb, to put it bluntly. They're labels that they use to create chaos and corruption. You can know the history and still be proud of where you're from. Every flag around the world is covered in a little blood. We started out United States divided is what we've become. If home is where the heart is, you should show America some love. In America, your freedom ain't free. In America, got soldiers dying overseas. So America, you can say what we believe. My America, I won't ever take a knee. Our freedom is the reason you can disrespect our flag. If my stars and stripes offend you, then I'll help you pack your bags. America.
Wow. There's so much I want to say. There's so much, but I'm gonna let you speak, because I think
you know what? I think that a lot of what we said at the beginning was represented in this song. You know, and that's something that we see what's going on a lot in this country right now, especially with the media that is advertising and pushing divisiveness. And one of the bars that he mentioned that really resonated with me, he said that you can hate the government and not hate the country at the same time. Yeah. And a lot of times people just They group it all into one. Yeah. You're angry at the politicians. You're angry at the government. Yeah. But then all of a sudden, because of that, you hate the country. You hate the country. Right. Which is wrong, because then you hate your fellow Americans which are sharing the same stripe as you. Yep. So do what they allow you to do in America, because it's your freedom, it's one of your rights, is to vote these people out. If you don't like the politicians, if you don't like the government, you have the right to change.
You gotta go vote first.
You gotta vote. But it starts, it can start on the local level and then go to the national level.
Definitely need to start on the local level.
But the thing of it is that there's people out there that will complain and they'll be upset at the government and they won't do anything. You won't even exercise the rights that you have as an American, but you'll complain.
That your ancestors died for. And that's the thing. Like, every time, especially when there's a local election, I always remember what my ancestors had to go through to have the right to vote, because they really had to fight and die. And when you really look at it, over time, every last one of our ancestors had to fight and die for something.
For something. It doesn't matter.
It wasn't just black people.
It wasn't just, right. It doesn't matter what race or ethnicity you are. Your ancestor, whether it was in Africa, Europe, Asia, because America is a collection of a lot of ethnicities. Somebody had to fight in order
for you to get here.
In order for you to be here.
I wouldn't necessarily call us a collection, but
No, I'm just saying somebody had to fight. Somebody had to fight or escape wherever they were from in order for you to be here.
Yeah, and so taking that for granted, it just goes back to what I was saying earlier. But I think we've gotten so caught up on skin color that we negate the human experience. And we were watching Dave Chappelle, and he was talking about a situation that he went through. And he was like, his friend was saying, I am human. We have differences, yes, but don't negate my human experience.
Yeah.
And we are family, not because of skin color or anything like that,
but because of human experiences. And that's something that we've come to find. We say this so many times on this channel. This is something that is reinforced, and we rediscover it all the time while doing these reactions. We do reactions to country music. We do reactions to heavy metal. We listen to music that we normally wouldn't listen to because it gives us perspective. It gives us insight into the lives of the people that do listen to that kind of music, and it lets you know that their experiences are very similar to ours.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so I'm tired of the divisiveness. I think a lot of people are ungrateful. When you see what's happening in other countries, yes, things are bad here, but
go somewhere else, you see it's worse. You got it better.
Yep. The end.
Yeah. The end. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Like, share, and subscribe. Let us know your thoughts down below in the comment section. As always, we'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Ta-ta.